Hi.
Okay, so we should be live now in the group. So, hey guys, my name is Nick Jackson. I'm here with Alex Jepson and with Sarah Potter, who are just blowing it up, just tearing it up in our business right now. So, um, I'm gonna have them introduce themselves and just go through some of their story and what's and share some of their tips and best practices for success right now. But I mean, both of these girls, they started about six weeks ago or so, and they both built teams of dozens and dozens and dozens of people. They both became executives within essentially about 4 weeks, um, and they're new executives this month. So Alex is an executive, and then Sarah's a gold executive. And Alex, we first met at Team Elite University, and what I was most impressed with about you was that your upline that signed you up wasn't even there, but you drove an hour and a half from Ogden and came down to actually be there. And you came, that's 3 hours round trip, and you came both days, and that was your first. You just signed up a couple days before that, and so it seems like you just came in and you just took off with this. And so just wanted to have you share a little bit of your background, your story so far, and then share your advice for new people getting started of how to be successful.
For sure. Hi, I'm Alex. So my background, I have two little kids. I have a little girl. She's almost 4. A little boy that's 16 months. And when I very first started this, one of my friends posted on Facebook, right, that she posted something about her personal life, about how it was helping her make money. And so it was on like a Monday, I think, Monday night, and I was like, hmm. I read it, and she sent me the video, and I watched it, and I was like, okay, and I thought about it, and then the next day I messaged her, and I was like, okay, I want to do this. And she's like, okay, great. So I did my first post or whatever, and I had a lot of people. I was surprised. I sold about 35 tubes, and then that weekend was TEU. And that was probably the best thing that I probably could have done. I learned so much in those 2 days that was when I realized, like, okay, this is for real. This isn't just one of those things that you see on Facebook that you're like, oh, this is never gonna work, right? This was one of those things that I was like, oh wow, there's so many people that I listened to that weekend that they were so inspiring to me, and that I was so excited. And so that was kind of when I decided, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do this 100%. This is going to be my job. This is what I'm going to do. And so I, 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 along the way, I mean, it's never like, there's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to get anybody to sign up with me today at the beginning? And then it kind of just comes. So now I kind of feel more like, um, it just, as you feel each day, I always tell myself, like, okay, I can do it. Like, my mom, my husband, everybody was so supportive of me, and they believed in me. And so I think that really helps when you, like, have other people that believe in you, and then you believe in yourself. I think once you believe anybody can do this. You don't have to be a special person to do it. I think as long as you understand and you just keep going. I um
Okay,
what
I love that.
you know what I
So
mean?
Alex, so you just said something really important. So do you think if you had not come to Team Elite University that first week of you getting started, I mean, how much do you think that really changed things for you? I mean, because
That
just what are your thoughts on
that
that?
was probably, yeah, the biggest thing. If I can give anybody any advice, is go to that August 18th. Even if you have work something planned, you should change it and go to that, because that was I went 2 days after I had signed up. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just went, and that was probably the best thing that I could have ever have done, ever. Like, I learned so much. I met so many great people. Um, that's probably the biggest thing I can tell you is make sure you go. It's important. So,
Yeah. And so you came to Teamlet University, and then the next
yep.
event was Success Summit, and you set a goal to become executive by Success Summit. That was about, so Teamlet University, I think it was around the 20th of June. Success
Mhm.
Summit was starting on July 13th. And so what,
Yep.
when did you actually hit that executive?
I hit executive, I think on that first Thursday, it was Thursday, the Thursday
Yeah.
of the Success Summit. That day, I hit
Yeah. So
executive.
you drove down,
I
you
was so
placed an order
excited.
before the event, and you got to
Yep.
executive, right, in a matter of just a few weeks. And so, so my key takeaway from what you said is that leaders are born at events. And so that
Yep.
event is what launched you in your business. And you're now, I see you very, very quickly qualify based on the volume you did last month. You guys are doing huge volumes, and I see both of you guys qualifying very, very quickly for South Africa. So um, let's go to, we'll jump over to Sarah now. So Sarah, she signed up, and we got on the phone call. We had a conversation, and really just cool to see what Sarah's done so far, because we actually talked, and I think it was it was Saturday, the weekend before. So June 30th, it was was a Friday. So about 6 days before the end of the month, I think you had about 300 points. And you basically just said, yeah, I don't think I can get my first 1,000 points done. I'll probably just shoot for it next month. We got on the phone. We chatted for probably a good 45 minutes. And it seems like um, maybe it was me that said something. Maybe it was just you that had something shift, or maybe something else happened. But, you just took off. And it's almost like you've been Miss Independent. You've been launching your business, doing your own calls. And, you created an executive this month on just as a distributor, an executive on your first generation, and then two more below that. So you've got three executives now in your downline. And so, Sarah, why don't you just tell us your background, why you decided to join this business, and how it's gone for you so far, and just your advice for people for how to be successful.
So I am a stay-at-home mom to two kids. I have a 22-month-old and an almost 6-month-old, so I keep very busy with them. um, my husband works out at the mines out here. We live in a tiny town in Wyoming. There's like 60 people in our community. My friend posted about a toothpaste, and I had asked someone about it a few months ago. But I was like, oh, I don't really need it that bad. I don't know why. And so then when my friend was selling it, I was like, okay, I'll try a tube. And I tried it for like 2 days, and I honestly just like I knew it was gonna work. Like I liked the way it tasted, the way it felt. Like I honestly didn't even do before pictures. I wasn't really given information, but I was like, I feel like this is gonna do something. So then a few days later, she posted the recruiting post, and she said it was free, and I was like, I don't know. And I remember one day my kids were just like kind of being like they were testing me, and I was like, I need something. Like I need something to like do when they're napping or something, like to keep my mind busy. And so I was like, okay, sign me up. I sold like 30 tubes my first post. I was really taken back. Like I posted and immediately people started commenting, and I was like, I don't know how to respond. Like, what do I do? And so I sold 30 tubes my first post. And then I'd had someone, my very first post, decide that they wanted to sign up because she'd had tried the toothpaste, and so she signed up. And so I was kind of like immediately taking off, but I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have confidence. I told Nick that I wasn't gonna do it. Like I don't know. I guess I didn't believe in myself, or I don't know. I don't think it was the business, but we had a call, and something in me just clicked, and I realized like I have such big goals for my family, and out where we live, it's kind of like ranching, and I'm like, I want to buy land, and I want to be able to pay to take my kids to every single rodeo that they want to, and to pay their entries. And I was like, I am doing this, and I hit my 1,000 points that month. And I remember I like did a happy dance. I was so happy. That was like the big last push I needed. My husband was like, "What are you doing?" But I was so happy, and that was like that one push I needed. And then on June, I think it was like the 13th, I hit executive, and then I was like, "Why stop here?" And so I had a cute friend of mine sign up, and I was like, "Hey, like she's actually expecting," and I was like, "You want to stay home with your baby? Like we've got to do this." And that's been one of my favorite things is like hearing people's goals and what they can do, um, and what they want to do. And so I'm like, well, you're in the vehicle, like let's do it together. And so that's been one of my favorite parts. The hardest part for me, honestly, is I never selling. Turned down several network marketing things before, so I was scared. And I'm so glad that I just had that call with Nick and I did a few more posts. And so that's, I mean, for me, like just get out of your bubble. And now I'm like, I don't care if I bug people. Like they're not paying my bills. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing this for my family. Like unless you want to give me money to pay my bills, I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? So it's been great, and I don't have any intentions of stopping even once I'm at the top. So
I love that. Thank you. So I want to hear from you guys. Let's go, Alex, if you just want to share with us. So people are probably wondering, like, these girls are just cruising through, became executives in 3-4 weeks. I know you got in the bonus pool this month, and you got, a lot of people up and coming executives this month. Sarah as well. So they're probably wondering, well, gosh, what are they doing that I'm not? Right? And so maybe share just a teeny bit about what you're doing on a daily basis and what you really think. What's your advice for someone new that's maybe struggling a little bit, that really wants to make this work?
I think the biggest thing is, well, what I do on a daily basis is I try to at least chat with 10 people and I write people down. Like I think of people, I seriously can think of somebody new every people I know or like remember from school or friends or anybody. And I kind of chat with them and even new people. Like I've had a few people message me, and they want to know what's going on. And I think to be the biggest thing is just make sure you follow the guideline. Like make sure you are repeating everything the same. Like you can change, not like you can change up what you say, but like as long as you're like posting at certain times, you're boosting, you're doing all those things that work. I think that really helps make it successful. I think never give up. Like I've had people tell me no, they don't want to do it. That you're gonna get that. People are gonna say no, like, and that's fine. Don't let it hurt your feelings or like get down on you. Just move on. There's tons more people, and I think it's not all about like how many people you know. Like there's so many people on my team. I don't even know them or met them. So it doesn't matter. I don't know. And I follow up with people. Make sure you follow up. Like make sure you check back, see when they got their tooth, they like it. You can get them to do a referral post, or you know what? Maybe they want to sell it. Like they love it so much, maybe they want to jump on. Like it's an easy way. Just make sure you're following up with everybody.
All right, amazing. All right, Sarah, let's go back to you real quick just to finish up. What would be your advice for someone that's maybe frustrated, not seeing the results that they want to get? And what would be your advice to somebody as far as, how to really start having success?
My first piece of advice, and this is something that I think you told me on that call that changed everything, is do you really believe you can? Like, are you going through the motions, or do you believe that you can? You have to have the belief first of all, because the people you talk to are gonna hear that in your voice. Like, they're gonna hear the hesitation, or they're gonna hear like, okay, this chick's doing it. Like, she means business. So I think you've got to just believe you can very first of all, and then once you have that, follow the system like Alex said. It's there, and the reason that this business is booming right now is because it worked. um make sure your posts are getting boosted. I had a girl the other day that For whatever reason, we didn't get her post boosted, so we removed it, put it back up, and then she sold 40 tubes on the post she got boosted. Like, that is huge. I mean, the way that we figured out the Facebook algorithm, like, it's big, and we need to make sure we're following it. And so make sure you get your post boosted. But for me, it's like believing you can, because if you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I mean, it's gonna make you, oh, I should talk to 5 people today, but I'll do 2 because I'm busy or whatever. Like, no, set your goals and do it. Whether it be 10 people of follow-ups or whether it be 10 brand new people, like, set a goal and do it. Don't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because once you go in, I mean, I was not even 1 foot in. I was completely out when I talked to Nick. He told me to believe in myself, and I did 700 points in just a few days, and I know people are doing way more than that now. And so you just have to believe you can do it and bug your upline. Ever since Success Summit, when everyone's been saying that, I've been like, you guys, bug me, bug Nick, like, get us on calls with people. And I've noticed a huge change in my business just in the last few days since I've been doing Zoom calls. Get people on the phone. It works.
All right. So a couple of key points is leaders are born at events. So get yourself this Social Team Elite University, August 18th and 19th. It's Friday from 1 until 6, Saturday from 9 until 1 or 2. Another thing was making a decision, right? Don't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to just be 100% in. Get yourself to believe that you can do it. Then Alex said, never quit. And essentially, you know, talk to everybody that you know, right? You never know who is in a place where they would want to earn an extra, even just a couple $100. And so I think also you guys are perfect examples of taking massive action, because I know you're putting a lot of energy and effort into building your business. And that's the key, right? Of being able to launch your business and ride this growth wave that we're seeing right now, and be able to create that leveraged income and that financial freedom and time freedom in your life. And so I just want to say, so proud of you guys. Love the fact that I have people in my team that are better than me. And thanks for all you do. So I'm going to stop the broadcast, and thank you guys for being on.
Thanks.
Thank you.